This video is on the great things that happen when you're alone. When you're alone, you start to figure out yourself. You start to see who's your real friends. You start to love yourself for who you are, even better than what you did. Like if you're very confident in yourself, like I am, you start to even be more confident in yourself because you're alone. Being alone is not bad. A lot of people think being alone is bad, but it's not bad. It's people in the world that are not in relationships, for example, and then they think they need to be in a relationship because they need to be dependent on someone. They feel like they need to have someone to be happy. You could be happy and be alone. You don't need someone to be happy. You have to be happy on your own. When you're dependent on somebody to be happy, what happens when that person is not around or that person no longer wants to be involved with you? You're going to be sad just because that person left you. But if you were already happy in the first place, someone leaving you or not being with you will not hurt you. You'll still be happy because you're just a happy person itself. That's why it's good to just be happy in the first place and to love yourself and just be happy alone. Another thing of being alone is you'll find out who your real friends is. Do you ever notice when you don't talk to people for a while and people don't hit you up or people don't seem like they is interested in being your friend? You won't hear from them people. The people that care about you, you will hear from them. They will call you, see how you doing. They're not gonna call you and say, "Hey, can you pick me up from this place? Hey, can you drive me this place? Hey, can you buy this stuff for me?" Them are not your real friends. Your real friends will ask you how you doing and want to catch up with you. From you just being silent, you will tell who's your real friend from being alone. The people that's not doesn't want to be your friend and not on the same frequent level as you will see that they will disappear and they will not contact you or be bothered by you because they don't even want to be your friend in the first place. People that want to be your friend and you influence them and they have an interest in you will want to be around you more. They will want to talk to you more. They will want to do stuff with you more. You can tell who wants your company and who doesn't want your company. You don't want to be near people that don't want anything to do with you. They're just gonna bring you down and bring you nothing but negativity in your life, which you don't need. When you're near people that want to be near you, they'll bring you positive vibes also as you give them positive vibes. Another thing that happens when you're alone is you gain more confidence in yourself. You start figuring out yourself. Like, um, you might start playing the guitar, for example, and keep playing it alone because you didn't know if you were good at guitar. But since you're since you're used to bringing there a lot of people, you can't figure out who you are because you're too busy in that moment of being with other people that you lose who you are. When you're by yourself, you could think about who you are and what you like to do and what makes you happy. When you're near people, you're just in another zone that you're thinking of what they're doing and the fun that you're having with them, but you're not thinking of yourself and what can better yourself. You're too busy in the reality of having their company or you're with their company. I mean, that's not a bad thing to be with other people, But when you're alone, what I'm trying to say is you figure out yourself, and figuring out yourself, you gain confidence from. Gaining confidence is a good thing. Getting more confidence is a good thing. It's the same thing in other words. I said it in two different ways. When you're alone, you can meditate, and meditation is good for you. It's good for your mind. You should meditate. When you're around people and you're talking, having a conversation, like a big crowd of people, like at a party or something, you can't meditate because you're in the moment of everyone talking at the same time, or you're talking to someone. When you're alone, you can meditate and don't let your thoughts, don't be resistant of your thoughts. So when you have thoughts, don't try to be hard on yourself because you're thinking of thoughts. It's normal. That's how you meditate good. When you just are not resistant of your thoughts. You could think negative thoughts. It's okay. That happens. Let it be. Let it go with the flow. You can't help your thoughts, positive or negative. Don't be hard on yourself if you have negative thoughts, because that's normal. And when you meditate, you will release those negative thoughts by just thinking positive. But you can't have thoughts in your head when you meditate. But you can do that alone. Being alone is a good thing. Like I said, one, you get to find out who's your real friend. Second, you get to find out who you are as a person and what you want to do with yourself. Third, you have to be happy with your life. You can't expect people to make you happy. Like I said, you don't need to be with somebody or be in a relationship to be happy. Those are my advice on what happens when you're alone. Peace, Mr. Positive Vibes.